The Shipyard Pyjama Party. Miranda, Series 3, Episode 6, A Brief Encounter.
So we go straight into episode 6 of season 3, which is A Brief Encounter.
Hello. I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit down. I've been in hiding since I blurted out that I love Gary. I'm such a dweeby blurter. He just wants to be friends. I'm a duvet cocoon. That's better.
Okay.
I'm a dweeby blurter.
Oh. He just wants to be friends. So I'm assuming he said something, but he didn't say something. Did he?
I think they had an off-screen. They must have had an off-screen conversation.
Oh man, that would be the absolute worst. Could you imagine? Oh, the cringe factor. If he was like, "Oh well, I really appreciate that, but I just want to be friends." Oh.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't include that in the in the. Must be quite difficult to. I don't know. Maybe just how you would write that.
Yeah, I suppose. And the audience doesn't want to see that. So.
I love the moped. Down with him till morning.
It's over. Our vegetable family? No, it's kittens.
Those kittens look so cute. Last time it sounds rude, but not a euphemism, I played with a kitten. I was playing with a kitten and then I rubbed my arm afterwards and half my face blew up, which was an interesting way to find out I now have an allergy to cats.
Oh no, poor
yeah.
That's a shame.
That was an interesting revelation.
Yes.
So, yeah, age thing sucks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I get the more stuff I'm allergic to, which is pants. So I'm not allergic to pants, just saying.
Travel agents, are they still a thing? Do people still go to travel agents?
Just opened up one in Bognor on the high street, but it's a travel agents and a cafe.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You just go and then look at holiday brochures where you have a cup of tea and a jacket spud, I guess. I don't know. It's like...
Yeah, I thought everybody does it online nowadays.
We're just like, well, we can't quite make it as a travel agent. What can we incorporate into it? It's like, I guess you get Argos and Sainsbury's now, don't you?
Yes.
But it's like, yeah. But I think the travel agent cafe combo is a new thing.
Yes. Oh yes, she's dealing with the fact that he just wants to be friends.
It's made an executive decision.
Yes. Well, hang on. I'm going to have to go to the loo.
And we'll pause it anyway.
Pause it, and then we'll find out. We'll return and find our zen-ness.
You've got a really squeaky door. Okay, so while she's disappeared for a moment, we are watching Miranda, Series 3, Episode 6, A Brief Encounter. But we should fill this silence with some incidental music. What have you done today to make you feel proud?
I'm back.
You've got a really squeaky door.
I do. It is. I need to get some WD-40 on that. Sorry.
Wait, you left and I was like, okay, so while she's disappeared, we're watching Miranda, Series 3, Episode 6, A Brief Encounter. Then I was like, I think we need to fill this silence with some incidental music.
I should have just stuck you out the window and you could have heard the passings and goings on in my street, because that's always entertaining.
I know the Adventures of Morgan Street. I see that a docu-soap starting on that soon. We just talk about other stuff except the episode we're actually watching. Like we've talked about everything else except what's happened in this episode.
So now we've paused the program, we can speak about it. Speak about everything else while the program's playing.
It's like Miranda, when you hear a song, you sing this song. You say something, and then you talk about what they've just mentioned, and then you realise you've lost 5 minutes.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, that whole bit with the scene with the donut is one of my favourite scenes. And I completely didn't even see it happening. We were so involved in whatever we were speaking about.
We'll just go back and watch the whole episode twice just so we catch it all the second time round. Whereas like in the other one, we did in the Let's Do It, we completely bypassed the entire introduction in the theme tune.
Yes, don't remember that at all.
I think the thing is though with this as well, it's like we've seen them so many times that we could probably quote most of it verbatim, and it's just when we do talk over it, it's not like we've been rude, it's like we just love it so much, we've got a lot to talk about. So
and it's bringing up topics that we're expanding on rather than just saying, oh yeah, that's a funny bit. That would be boring, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do love Tilly. She is a fabulous.
She's I think I love all the characters on this is brilliant. I think a variety of characters.
Yes. And they're, all it shows how often when you have a group of friends, it's not necessarily that you've ended up with your bestest friends, but you end up a group that somehow works together. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like the song by one of Andy's favourite artists, which goes, women have friends who they hate. And that's obviously what Tilly starts off with, but
that's where the word frenemy comes from.
Yes.
Woman that's artist woman that's doing Miranda's dress could easily have been like, she reminds me of Glennis Barber.
Yes! Oh yes, so much like her. You're right.
We're not all the same elk. No, that's a deer. Oh, I nearly hit a deer once. That was horrible.
Oh, that must have been traumatic.
So scared. It's like literally, proper hurt my neck. So luckily the deer just stared at me and ran away. So no damage done. But it was really scary.
Because that's what they say, try to avoid hitting, adult deer, because the chances are your car will get more damage than they will,
Well, they also say that if there's one, there's often another one behind it or further down. So pairs. So
Bunty. Do you know I have an auntie Bunty?
Oh, really?
But her real name is Marjorie. No, I don't know either.
Well, I've got an auntie Bubbles.
Oh.
She's always been Bubbles since like the year dot. Apparently, everyone's always called her Bubbles.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
Or my dad called her Bubs.
Oh. I don't know if Bunty is traditionally a derivative of Marjorie or what. I've no idea.
No, I don't know. Maybe sometimes it's just a nickname, or some of them are obvious, aren't they? Like
yes,
Robbie and I don't know. Ping Pong Charlie.
Ping Pong Charlie.
Gang, I intro my bow. No, entrer.
Surprise, surprise, what?
You and Ping Pong Charlie?
Totes and maze balls, feeling tipsy lala and poo. Teletubbies!
And it's 100% tentacles, not because the single pool is so peeny-weeny.
By the by, it's Cucumber Charlie now. Funny story. In the mess kitchen, stealing cucumber for illegal Pimsy drinkers. Chef comes in, cucumber down trousers, chef grabs, and the second time he gets the cucumber.
So fine. Ping Pong Charlie's telling his story about the cucumber.
He's brilliant at this. So very different from Pete in Gavin and Stacey.
He's very good.
He's a very versatile actor because he's the butler in Upstairs Downstairs, so he's very stoic.
I never watched that.
Keeley Hawes again, I think it was, that was in Upstairs Downstairs.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I preferred it to Downton Abbey, I have to say. dine alone. I just noticed she's wearing an M necklace. Never noticed that before as well. Maybe it is all part of her just starting to own who she is, you know, and loving it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a gradual process throughout the series, isn't it? You go,
Yes.
when you look back on it, it's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, I have never dined out alone, but that's because I always take somebody to take me out.
I've never been like a cafe, and I'm not in a proper like a restaurant.
That's true. I've eaten in a cafe alone a few times. But when I say I always have someone to take me out, that sounds like I'm saying I'm big-headed and I've always got dates. It means I always have a carer.
I can't go anywhere alone. I must have my entourage.
I need to have someone with me. There's always a man dying to take me out. It's usually my mum. I used to eat in the Littlewoods cafe all the time. I loved it.
Oh, Littlewoods cafe.
I would go shopping and then I would go and have lunch in the Littlewoods cafe. And
Woolworths used to have quite a good cafe as well. And Tesco's did too until we all got taken over by Costa or whatever it is they are now.
Moby's now in Dundee, which is I don't know if you have that in England, it's the garden centre. And they do cafe.
Oh, yeah.
Expensive. Not as good. But to me, dining out is a waste of money for me. So I don't really enjoy eating out, posh eating out, because I don't appreciate.
I'd rather be at home and get takeaway.
Yeah,
be much more relaxed and still have good food.
Yeah, you can do.
Okay, so this whole thing here, right? Gary's just turned up to the restaurant. I'm assuming he's probably gone to the back to talk to the chefs because this whole thing kicks off and he's nowhere to be seen. He turns up and then he vanishes.
Yes. And he shook the guy's hand, so it's probably he knows the owner.
Yeah, so you just wonder, like, she's trying to hide from him, but then he's vanished again. It's like, well, where did he go? It's like
Can I just say that the guy with the moustache used to be in Hollyoaks?
Oh, really? I would never have known that.
He advertised cider. It was like a sort of Jeeves and Wooster type series of adverts, and he was the butler.
Okay.
Fascinating fact.
Not a clue. You know more than I.
I need that as a reaction gif for just popping her head in and going, oh, you see, this is another trope. You have to, I'm leaving to push somebody to the edge.
Yeah. Oh, they just did that was it Starstruck, wasn't it? Just done that.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Starstruck. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah, season 2.
We shall talk about
season
that.
2.
Yes.
We should watch that. Yeah, we should watch that as well.
Yeah.
We've got so much to watch. We're going to be going forever.
Yes. You're never getting rid of us.
Yeah, we're here to stay. Get used to it.
We don't care if you're listening or not. We're just still going to be here.
Do you know what? We're enjoying it. We're like, we do go if you like it. That's great. But if you don't, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, quite.
So, because I need to get to watch our fave TV shows. Let's have a rant and a giggle.
And we get to talk about them, which is, what's better than watching your favourite TV show? Talking about it.
There we go. See, this sums up the pyjama party. And the fact that we can do it while we're lying in our pyjamas on our beds and just watching telly at 10 o'clock on a Friday night, because that's how we roll.
I have to say, for once, I'm actually fully clothed with makeup on. You could have filmed this. It would have been okay, because I have been But normally,
well, ironically, I am being proper. Like, I've got my friend's t-shirt on and like pajama bottoms, and I do still have makeup on because I haven't actually got ready for bed yet, which is because it's not bedtime. I'm doing this, obviously.
No.
So with my new tinted eyebrows.
Oh yes. She's in the hotel room, different hotel room than Lodge.
This is better. Gary who? Well, don't judge me. No, I know we've here before, but you know how much I love a hotel room. I just went to the bathroom. The loo roll had a pointy tip. Is there a random spare pillow in the top of the cupboard? Yes, there is. Hotel slipper, brilliant. Oh. Although always too small and hard to walk in, the hotel slipper. Friction-tastic.
You ordered extra milk?
Yes, do thank you. I always find it takes at least 20 what I call milklets to make a cup of tea. We've met before.
Yes.
Oh, well, nice to see you again, Jason. You are lovely. Youthful yet rugged.
I do love Miranda in a hotel room. She is funny.
I was really surprised when we went to, it was the Holiday Inn, and it was it was actually an ironing board and an iron. I thought, I don't remember ever seeing an ironing board and an iron at a hotel room before, but maybe I did and just didn't pay attention because I never iron anything. So.
Yes, I have to say there is normally one in the wardrobe.
Clearly.
And also, this very handsome actor was in Skins and got murdered. Sorry to spoil it.
Oh. Well, that put it on a bit of a downer, didn't it?
It was the jump the shark episode for Skins where most people thought, no, that was ridiculous. It was the final series, but even so.
Right.
I've never done a turn down.
Miranda the snug Stevie. Oh, Gary's looking for Miranda. She's hiding from him. Oh, duvet cocoon.
Yeah, we all love a duvet cocoon.
Stop cocoon.
That looks like Miranda was genuinely laughing there and nearly broke character.
We know, right, there's never, right, as much as we would like to, they're never going to listen to this, but we hope they might, but if they do, if you are listening, we know there's never going to be, probably won't be, as much as we love it, we like how it ended, it all ended all lovely, there's not going to be another series of Miranda. Okay, we've accepted that.
Yes.
So can you please do what the cast of Heidi did? All the same actors together again, but do something else equally good.
Yes, exactly.
Miranda, if you choose to accept it, that is your task. Do, 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 do.
Your time starts now. Oh no, that's past.
Yes. We'll accept a 1.5 hour Christmas special. That'll do.
Yes, that would do.
Yeah.
It's been
so bring everyone back together for something new, and
I think I'm sure I heard Miranda say she has thought about it, writing what, a special or whatever. What would it be like Miranda with children? It's quite funny to think about,
That would be quite good, actually. I would love to see more Miranda. Of course, I would. I do also like how it ended. So, whatever she does next, I will watch whatever she does next anyway. Because I'm a huge fan. So, but it's just this was
come to see Miranda, to see Gary. Oh, Gary's what's Gary going to see?
She looks so tiny in the middle of the two of them.
Come this side of the camera, Stevie, and watch with us.
How tall do you reckon she is? She can't be much more than 5 foot.
No, I don't think so. If not, he said just friends.
But what?
Oh, but he can't see it either.
You can't say any more, Gary. You don't have a buck.
Yes, and if those who want to see his butt, just watch Lucifer.
Yeah, that plenty of butt. It showed that Gary's problem was the same as Miranda. He couldn't express himself the way she could. She has reached that maturity and that growth, emotional growth, before he has. And he just...
they both had to get to that place, didn't they?
Yeah.
And
yes,
I love this. Where's Miranda? Hiding in M&S.
Dressed with Wally.
Brilliant.
Or where's Waldo as it is in America.
Yes. I do that though when I've like left houses, which has been a few. I'll be like,
Oh.
oh, bye flat, thank you very much.
Oh, that's nice. I leave the radio on all the time when I go out, just for the. I say I leave it on for the burglars. I leave it on just so it feels like there's somebody in the flat.
Yeah, so the flat doesn't get lonely.
Yes, exactly.
Is this your bag, madam?
Yes, is there a problem?
It is now a suspicious package, madam.
Excuse me. I do not have a suspicious package.
Well, it looks like a pretty suspicious package to us.
Well, if you don't pardon the euphemism, you're more likely to have a suspicious package.
Do you want to let the cat out of the bag? Open the case, please. Someone needs to let the cat out of the bag. I need to report this.
What? She obviously just got in there when I was packing. Can't you put her in a taxi to my home because I've got to get a flight?
Well, I'd get into trouble if I didn't let the cat out of the bag. About letting the cat out of the bag.
You may not have noticed, but I didn't find the cat in the bag joke funny the first time.
Someone needs to let the cat out of the bag. Terry, do you know what I said? Because she's got a cat in her bag.
Oh, yeah, look. Someone needs to let the cat out of the bag.
Someone needs to let the cat out of the bag.
If I hear cat in the bag one more time, I will blow. I said, I will blow. I said, oh! Well, in some ways, this is entertained like it.
Oh, Miranda.
Oh, do you know what? I had a moment. I went to the I had my eyebrows done at lunchtime. But I went to the charity shop opposite, so I'm going there just to have a look at the books and stuff. And this woman just said something. And I goes, "Oh yeah, but she completely let the cat out of the bag." And I was going to try not to giggle because I just was thinking of this episode. This woman was just talking about the cat. And she let the cat out of the bag, and I'm just like.
It's funny. I really like this because it plays on everybody's insecurity. When you go through customs, you always start panicking. Have I got something I didn't realise I have? And then he does. And it's a cat.
They did that when I went to. It's when I went to America with Darren. We were going through the security, and I haven't the other end as well. We went. Oh, hello. Hello. You've gone. Oh, is that better? Am I back?
Oh yes, you're back now.
I just back in. I don't know what happened there. I must have knocked the screen with my chin.
Oh. It was like you just hung up on me. I was like, hello, are you there?
Like tumbleweed?
Yeah. So
yeah, no,
when
we went to America the other year, we went through the scanner thing, and they were like, "Oh, is this your bag?" I'm like, "Yes." So, can we just have a look at it? Is it like, okay, there's something we need to check what something is in your bag? Okay. And do you know what they thought was suspicious? Was my flapjack.
Well, you never know what was in it.
You never know if they've got a gluten intolerance. You can't take that on a plane. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they couldn't quite make out what my flapjack was, and I said, "Well, should I just bin it then? I'm quite happy to discard my flapjack."
Yeah.
Not a euphemism. Oh.
Pin the tail on Carol Gordon and Tweed of the Year. I love that.
Do you know what? It's actually a place between here and Littlehampton. There's a place called Wick. I think there's a place. There's an area of Chichester called Wick as well, which is funny. I actually love Wick.
Yes. Border.
Right. Right. So Miranda's on the train. There's sweeping music.
Oh, you're slightly ahead.
She's going to leave London and Gary forever. Do I need to pause it for a second?
Has the guy just sat down next to her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Then we're in the same place. I do know somebody who claimed to actually have done this.
Oh, really? They're brave.
Yes, it was a man.
Do you know what annoyed me? I was on the train up to London the other week for my birthday, and these kids were just blatantly didn't even have the headphones on while playing their music. I'm like, really? At least like put your headphones in and have that annoying bit instead of just no. We all just listened to what crap you were listening to. No idea what it was. So we're going to do that. At least play something decent.
Well, exactly. Something that everybody can enjoy.
Oh, so look at his face. He looks so disappointed when he thinks she's gone. It's so lovely. Like,
it's another so Miranda is clearly writing them knowingly. Let's put in the train, leaving it, meeting at a train station. You know, clearing your love.
Do you want to hear me use this piece of? I think this is the same station. That is actually a grim link.
Okay.
In the episode of Dempsey and Peace, her best friend. It's the same station.
Okay.
Use this piece of trivia. Oh, see, we can't talk over this bit.
No. Okay.
Oh, it's going to man up to his butt.
And you're right. I need to man up. I'm just sorry it's taken me so long. So, when Stevie told me that you were leaving, I knew what I had to do. I had to let you go. But...
There's a but.
Yeah, I'm manning up for my butt. Don't. But I realised I can't let you go because it's always been you.
Nice butt. Are you sure, Gary? Because I sculpt fruit and call them names. And when my breasts are bra-free, I can fit not just a pencil under them, but both remote controls is where I keep them. The remote control thing, that's sexy.
No one can match up to you.
I love you.
Nice butt.
That's the phrase. It's always been you.
Yeah. Brett says that to Casey in Chicago Fire. Oh, he just loves her. It's just
a real proper kiss. A dream kiss.
See, what I like, isn't it right? They do this big reveal, this big kiss, and then he just says, "Oh, bored already." They've got that relationship where they can just joke and banter. It's not. It is serious. They have the serious moments, but they get away with that kind of banter as well.
Yeah. When he comes back. I love that. Also, we got a lovely shot.
He's just equally into it as she is. It's just, yeah. Oh, there's all like spoony, walkie hug.
Yes. Which he's done a couple of times before, isn't he, in the kitchen? But now it actually leads to a kiss. So yeah, it's perfect.
You know, right? It's like in Laura Linney in Love Actually, where she like dances on the stairs when she's the guy.
Yeah. It's something you rarely see. They have the kiss and then they sleep together or whatever. You don't see that moment of them alone going yes.
Oh my god! That kind of
Yeah.
Internal, yeah.
Oh, but already he's scared and backtracking a little. Because
so by this, you can see with this conversation, you can see how much she's grown
and
from
she's
the very
able
beginning.
To see what I need is from you.
Yeah, and she's
not just
love that you had more farewells than fair.
She's not just willing to take whatever he'll give her. Excuse me, hiccups. Hiccup. Oh, and Mike's back. The return of Mike.
Mike. Is he back for good? Back for good.
That was quick. Darling, There's someone here who'll be delighted. Where's he gone?
Mike! Are you back for good?
Well, that depends on... Well, a few weeks in Africa was enough for me to know. Miranda, will you marry me? What do you say?
Well, what do you say?
What do you say?
Miranda?
Okay. Miranda, will you marry me?
You're just saying.
Just say yes!
To who?
It doesn't matter!
3 weeks in Africa was enough. No.
Oh, Mike has proposed.
Walked in. Oops.
What do you say?
Yeah. Down on one knee and the audience goes wild. She certainly love that moment.
It doesn't matter. Oh, see, well, we're going to be discussing this in a future episode.
Yes.
So basically, Miranda has just been proposed to Mike and then Gary, and then it's ended. So it's proper cliffhanger. I think the audience ended up having to wait nearly 18 months for these to be resolved in the Christmas specials. We're going to be talking about cliffhangers and how frustrating they are. And you're just like, and the worst 3 words in TV literature is to be continued.
Oh yes,
And
definitely.
you're watching something and it's like, no, you can't end it there.
Especially when you don't know how long you're going to have to wait. Like that.
No, and it's even worse when you got TV series like Rosewood as an example, where it ends on a cliffhanger and then they cancel the series. So you never know how it's going to end. So you can either resign yourself to reading it and ending on fanfic, or just
Well, let's face it, we do that a lot with TV shows.
we do. We've been there and done that ourselves. But it's just it's like with Car Share. It's like that whole ending where Katie gets out of the car and leaves, and then Peter Kay's like, it's not going to be anymore, and it was like, what? No! But then that's the whole other topic of discussion. That's a separate entity.
We shall talk about that a lot more in a future podcast. Yeah, whatever. Video thing.
In the video episode. Yeah.
Yeah. But
so that will be coming in September probably.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, though, in Miranda, it was about Miranda, but then it was also about her and Gary, which was the next big focus after being about her, and then the supporting around her friendship with Stevie, the relationship with her mother, but all those elements played in the fact of her being able to move on and get together with Gary, like we've said earlier.
Yeah.
And I think those relationships are key, and I think in life in general, you need to be content and have that support network around you. And I think she had to confront those issues with her mother, because you watch this and some of the stuff that Penny actually says is really quite mean.
It is.
But then on the opposite side of that coin, you've got, like, when she is going out with Mike, she's climbing up a ladder and sneaking the lasagna through the window to try and help her impress him.
Yes.
She goes to the police station and swaps places with Miranda so she can go on a date.
I think it's probably a real reflection of how a lot of parental-child relationships are, where you love each other and would do anything for each other, but also, people are flawed and say things that they shouldn't to each other,
Yeah.
People can have that kind of relationship, and it's not that the relationship between Miranda and Penny needed to drastically change. It's just that they both needed to accept this is the way they are, Penny is always going to be interfering and say things she shouldn't, and Miranda's always going to be embarrassing and loud, and and just accept each other for what they are, and that's what Miranda does, and the relationship with Gary is second to that, but in a sense it's the proof of it. She needs a relationship with Gary that proves she's achieved her self-awareness, and now she can get what she wants, which is to be with Gary. It's the goal.
Sorry.
No, I said it's the goal. I said.
Yeah. No, I just say, I think with the exception of Stevie, who I think was already confident and in a good place anyway, by the final episode, it's not just Miranda that's had that growth. You think you've got Tilly, who's with Ping Pong Charlie, who then like she just gives the tickets to Wix and break free of your mother and then grow, and she's changed as well. But I think by the final episode,
yeah,
you've got Penny, who then has changed, saying, "I'm sorry, I've been overbearing," and she has that realization that she has been intense with Miranda, and then she says that she's going to change. You've got Gary, who then admits to Miranda that finally, like, that I do love you, and let's just elope, and like we'll do it on however you want to do it. And then obviously Miranda. So by that final episode, all of these characters have got to a point where they've all grown, and they've all adapted for the better by the end of that episode or the end of the series. So there is quite a long transition, but in that final episode, it's all falling into place, as it were.
Yes, I think that's what the goal of a series like that should be. That everything falls into place. It shouldn't just be that it's they've got together. I mean, obviously it depends on the story, but in a lot of times it should be about more about them accepting who they are, or whatever, something deeper.
That's what I really like about the Miranda. I know we're going to be actually watching this. I'll probably say all this again when we do watch this episode. But that's what I do love about it. It's that it's not just they kiss, they slept together, then now a couple. Yeah. There was so much more depth to it because they both had to get to the position where it's like, okay, we could have slept together in season 2. We could have had that relationship go from there, but would it have had the same impact? Would they have run the course? Whereas by the time they got to season 3, Miranda had that relationship with Mike to realise how much she really did feel about Gary, but then they again had to go through that breakup to get to that place where you think, okay, I'm ready for it now. This is how it needs to be. Because
and she realised with Mike that she could do she could have an adult relationship. She was perfectly capable of an adult relationship, And
because I mean, all the way through up until that point, she says it about I've been in a serious relationship. The pizza guy doesn't count, and then she jokes about how inexperienced she is throughout that. So to go through that, and again, I think by the season 3, you do see how much she's grown in comparison to the earlier seasons, I think. But
but we
love her. She's awesome.
Yes, and we've got the last of the Miranda to come. But we will, as you say, no doubt talk about all of this again.